Child, Draya Michelle couldn't wait for the new year to settle in before getting dragged by her wigs again. Draya had a few choice words for Mariah Carey after she stepped out with a much younger guy. And Draya was seething at the fact that we ain't dragging Mariah for her age difference between her and her new boo, the same way she was taken through the mud for her relationship with Jalen Green. But if Draya thought that she was going to get people to sympathize and rally around her, baby, she had another thing coming. But let's get into this quickly because there's a lot of things we need to touch on. It's been a while, but you all do remember the whole Draya Michelle and Jalen Green situation, right? Okay, good. So they were first pictured together and people thought that they looked good, especially because Draya been fine her whole life, all right? Let's get that straight. And there's this thing with these basketball players where they get the older women early on in their career. So Jalen's relationship with Draya almost seemed like a rite of passage, only for her to pop out with a big old baby bump and let us know that Jalen was the father. And yeah, Jalen had other kids before his baby with Draya. But the thing with Draya really upset some people, and she was dragged for filth about it. Mind you, Jalen is only 22 years old, and Draya is pushing 40. She's old enough to be this boy's mother. And if that's not messy enough, Draya also has a son that is the same age as Jalen. Yikes. But it's not just that. Draya has a reputation for consistently sleeping around with wealthy men, and we don't like to talk this way about women, but everyone and their mama knew that she was a pass around. So this child with Jalen felt more or less like a way to secure a bag with a young promising athlete, since men her age really don't take her too seriously anymore. Quote, Draya Michelle just hit the effing lottery, got Jalen Green's young behind to put a baby up in her, end quote. Also, quote, I don't care if he's legal. Dating someone who's the same age as one of your kids is weird, end quote. And another, quote, Draya Michelle didn't even allow Jalen Green to have real life experience before locking him with a baby. This relationship dynamic she has is about controlling a man. She went too far, end quote. And let me tell y'all, those were the nice comments because baby, nobody was taking her side.
So you mean to tell me that Draya's son is 21 and her boyfriend is 21? What? And I wanted to say that I misspoke in my last video. She actually is not 36. The girl's actually 39.
Draya tried to put on this unbothered image and played it off like the backlash didn't get to her. But the things that she's saying about Mariah Carey right now just shows that she did see all of those comments, and they sure as heck got her fuming. Mimi stepped out all smiles with her new boo Anderson .Paak, and everyone was so happy to see Mariah with someone she really likes. Congratulatory messages were pouring in for the couple, and people didn't seem to care at all about the age gap between them.
Mimi is dating Anderson .Paak. Whoa. I'm just gonna say this because I know people are wondering. Anderson .Paak is 38 and Mariah Carey is 55. Here they are holding hands in Aspen. If you're a Mariah Carey fan like I am, all of us know how important Aspen is to Mariah Carey. Like, Aspen is Mariah Carey's safe haven during the holidays. So if Anderson .Paak got to come to Aspen...
Draya noticed that too, and she made a comment saying, quote, that's a 17-year age gap smile. Go, Mimi, and in parentheses, with y'all selective behinds. Now, hold up now. Not a woman who's always hunting around for a check and worried about the award-winning multimillionaire and icon. Oh no.
Right, because it's something in the air in like celebrity culture that I'm not getting. Because how the hell is a 38-year-old man, mind you, he's Draya's age, okay? Grown as hell. How is that the same thing as you having a baby with a 22-year-old who is the same age as your baby, your son? And please call me out if this is a double standard, but all age gaps are not created equal. If I saw this photo with no context as to who they are, I would probably think that this is her son, home from college, you know, visiting his mama, skipping.
The fact that the difference between their situations is lost upon Draya says everything you need to know. But let's break this down a little bit. Anderson .Paak is pretty well known in the music space, and he's 38 years old. He had a wife already, but they recently got divorced. He has his own kids and his own money. Mariah has way more money than .Paak, and from what we know, she ain't looking to have a baby anytime soon or ever again. So she's most definitely not trying to lock him down with a kid. Draya's situation, on the other hand, like I said, is something different. She had a baby with a guy that's the same age as her son. In fact, she recently took her 22-year-old son to watch his 22-year-old stepdaddy's game. How insane is that? To make things even more weird, Draya was also a mentor to Jalen's ex-girlfriend, Bria Hicks. If you'll remember, Bria used to date Christian Combs, who's Diddy's son back in the day, okay? And Draya said that she saw Bria as a younger version of herself. Someone even made a comment saying, quote, "I can't get over how Draya Michelle was all in Bria Hicks's house and watched her grow up only to start dating that young girl's ex-boyfriend, Jalen Green. Draya is dead wrong, and she should be dating someone her own age, let alone this girl worked for you. You knew her mother and was all under her picks. Now Bria Hicks should date Draya's son," end quote. Draya has been looking for every single way to come up, and she was allegedly even Diddy's girl at some point. She's lived the fast lifestyle longer than Jalen's been on this earth, and everyone knew that baby was a way to secure the bag, and she did that. There is the same 17-year age gap between her relationship with Jalen and Mariah's relationship with Anderson, but the intentions with dating and the maturity levels are not the same. Jalen is in his 20s, Anderson is pushing 40. You don't get that, Draya?
Draya's here, everybody. How many basketball players have you been with? I know that's if you don't watch the show, that seems like, Wendy, you're crazy, but this girl has gotten around, and I appreciate you being honest about it.
So yeah, like last time I seen Draya, when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff. And
fucked her?
I feel like she was giving a nigga a hand. This nigga Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like fucking we there, and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Draya's there or whatever, and like Draya's sitting next to him.
Yeah, the threesome.
And the nigga's trying to have a meeting with me, and like I think that like Draya like giving him a hand job or something under the cut blanket.
Word?
So for her to come out and talk about her and Mimi doing the same thing just ain't gonna fly, and folks are tearing her a new one, as per expected. Quote, "Anderson .Paak grown AF. That boy still calls his mama for clarity on how many Tylenols to take," end quote. And another quote, "No disrespect, but Mariah's net worth is $350 million. .Paak is $6 million. Mariah is not trying to get pregnant and use him for child support. We know the difference. If anything, he's trying to get pregnant by Mariah," end quote. Also, quote, "Not Miss Draya the crouching cougar having the nerve to speak on Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak," end quote. But I really want to know what y'all think. Is Draya right, or is she just tripping right now? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't you forget to like and subscribe, because there's a lot more coming down the pipeline. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.